Hey guys, how are you doing? Today I'm here to give you a message and teach you something new. Do you remember how kindness matters? Part of being kind to ourselves and to others is by expressing our feelings and thoughts. So that is why today Miss Mar and I have written a letter to you. But before I read it, I'm going to tell you a bit about informal letters. Um, Informal letters or letters in general are an excellent tool to communicate and feel closer to people who are far away. So that is why in the past a lot of people used this method or this means of communication to feel closer to their beloved ones. Letters were very popular in the past because imagine that internet did not exist. But the good news and the great news is that we still have this opportunity to write letters, and I think that we should take advantage of them. So look, here I have some examples of letters. This is from my mom, my beloved mom. This is from a friend from France. This is from a very close friend of mine, a letter, and these are other examples of letters, okay, from my granny. And also another type of letters are postcards, which are another type of letters, okay? So they generally have an image, and at the back you can write the letter, okay? And you generally use these postcards when you are far away, for example, when you are traveling and you want to send a message to, someone who is back in your country. So these are different ways of communication. Okay, so informal letters are generally sent to, for example, our love or our friends or family, people who we have close contact with, and an informal communication. So now I'm going to tell you a bit about the letter structure. So first of all, when we write a letter, the very first thing we need to know is the person who we are going to send the letter to, the person we are going to address the letter to. So who will be that person? Is it your dad? Is it your granny? Is it a close friend to you? Who is that person? Who are you going to send the letter to? Then once we have chosen the person, we are going to start writing the body. And what is the body of the letter? The body of the letter includes whatever you like to express. So it could be your feelings, how you are feeling in this quarantine, for example. It could be the activities that you have done, or it could be anecdotes from before. So, for example, hey guys, or dear friends, do you remember when we were at school and we played with the magic mirror and we played with the balloons? We felt really good. So those are anecdotes. And you can also include, for example, suggestions. So, hey miss, don't you think we should hold a meeting next week through Zoom? Okay, so the body is basically whatever you want to express to the other person. It could be feelings, it could be activities, it could be anecdotes, or it could be suggestions. Whatever you want to express. By the end of the body, we generally ask about the other person. So, for example, we generally use phrases like, what about you? Or how are you dealing with this quarantine? Or send me some news. Okay, so because we want the other person to give us feedback. And then, when we finished our body, we have what we call the closing. The closing is a fixed phrase or word that we always use in letters to close the letter. Those phrases generally are hugs or love or XOXO or best wishes, etc. There are many expressions to close your letter. And finally, and very important, you include your name, so your signature, so the other person knows who you are. Okay? So, now that I have told you what letters are and how they are written, I'm going to read you Miss Mar and I, the letter that we wrote to you. So it says, Dear fourth form students, how are you doing in this quarantine? We are hopeful that everything will be okay soon. As you know, we are living an extraordinary time in the world. Mama Earth is asking us to care more about her and our beloved ones, like our family and friends and pets. Even though sometimes it is difficult, this is a fantastic opportunity to express our love, connect with our family, and learn, explore, experiment new ways of doing things. We are learning together, and that is awesome. Last week, we learned to create a YouTube video, recycled our plastic, listened to good music, and read a lot. What about you? We really miss you. Hugs